first off, congratulations, big time. I really wasn't worried about you all too much, but I'm definitely glad that you got to where you are. Congratulations. So, man, I'm super proud of you. Like real talk. Like it's been a long road. It's been a long.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
long. It's a long 9-10 months. I mean, think back. Even think back a year when you came to try out. I mean, that's a long time ago. But that time goes
yeah.
by like that. So yeah, man. Yeah, glad to have you on. Glad to connect with you. It feels like I haven't seen you guys in forever. I know we chatted a couple, like a week or so ago, but even before then, it's been a minute, man. So my thing is this. Let me open it up like this. Talk about your experience growing up and playing soccer. Just wherever you want to go with that. What did soccer look like growing up for you?
So I never really played soccer when I was little. I was a baseball player, and I played baseball till I was like 9, 10, and
And you're
then
cute, and you're Cuban, so yeah, that's
so
right,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
right, yeah,
So after baseball, I switched schools and everything because I moved, and that's when I started playing soccer because it was just like it was just like what my friends did at the time, and it was like what like everyone at 10. I'm like I just quit baseball. I was like 9, 10, and then
okay,
yeah,
got you.
I started picking up soccer, got into a rec league, played rec for like a year or two, and then yeah, I got into competitive, and then yeah,
and,
that's
and
how it's
then
gone.
and then and then right there, yeah, you just pretty much two
Yeah,
3 times a week, weekends, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
yep,
holidays, the whole
everything.
nine.
Yeah.
Cool deal, cool deal. So when did you decide, like, you knew you want to play in soccer? When was that?
When to be honest, it was like once I started playing competitive and I saw that I was like keeping up with kids and like because at rec, I was playing rec just for fun. I didn't know it was a rec league.
Right,
I thought it was just soccer. I was like, okay, I'm playing with my friends. I'm having fun. It's what I do. And then I
right,
got into competitive and I started like figuring out like there's tournaments, like stuff like that. And I was like, we're keeping up with other teams. I'm actually like a good player. Like I'm keeping up and I'm better than a lot of people. And I was like, okay, I could probably do this for a long time. And
right,
then as the years progressed, I seen some left, some stayed, some had like
right,
an off year and stuff like that, and I just kept getting better and better. So
right.
yeah, since I kept improving, I was just like, yeah, this is what I was meant to do. This is my
So,
thing.
so did you have a aha moment? Like, aha, yeah, I know I want to do that. Or was it just gradual?
Um, I would say it's gradual because I never had like a moment where I'm like, okay, this is what probably like I remember my last rec game.
Hmm.
When a coach was there watching, like the competitive soccer coach at St. Carlos, Coach
Right.
Rob, he was watching me play, and I scored 4 goals that game. And then
Okay.
after scoring, I was like, wow, like
I could
that
do this in
was
college. Is
okay.
that
I
what
don't
you
know
were
about
thinking?
college. I don't know about college, but I was like, I could do this. I like doing this. And then he just started talking to me about competitive. I started having fun with friends, and I was just like, yeah, over time, it's mostly
Right.
gradual, but that's one like memory I remember like very vividly.
And then why? I ask every player this: why showcase team? Why join this team?
So it was the summer of my junior year, like after my junior year, and I was just having a lot of stuff to go through, and like I was just thinking, okay, what's the next step in like soccer wise? Like school is obviously going to college, but I was looking to either play in college or find another path to get to the next level. And basically just where I was at is I was like, okay, well, let me see what I have, what I could do. and my options in the future. And I went to a couple showcases the year before that, but the showcases is really where I got the most exposure to
Exposure.
college.
Yeah.
Yeah, exposure and stuff. So like tournaments and the leagues and stuff weren't cutting it for me.
Right.
So a showcase team is really like, okay, the next step is college. How do I get
Right.
to college? Join a
Right.
showcase team where I could mainly focus on just getting to the next level. Like that's what I want to do. And there's a team for me to just do that and only that. So why not? That's probably one of the best options and the best
Absolutely.
option I had.
And so explain some of the things that the showcase team helped you with off the field. What were some of the things from meetings and email support? Like what are some of the highlights, some of the things that stick out in your brain that's like, yeah, when I was on this team off the field, it helped with X, Y, and Z.
What helped a lot was just emailing and all that sort of stuff, like off the field stuff, is really what I struggled with when I wasn't on the showcase team. Like I didn't do any of it at all, like zero. Like I was a good player on the field, but I couldn't get colleges to get. I was
Hmm.
waiting for colleges to go and watch me without doing any of the work off the field, and I
And that
couldn't.
does, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, it worked, but not to the
Right.
extent that actually contacting the coaches and stuff would go through. So it just helped me. You helped me email coaches, get myself out there, like basically just get myself out there to coaches and
Hmm.
use myself as like a brand, like brand myself, like, oh,
There
this is
you,
Brandon, uh, like this is what I do. I play this, I do this.
yeah.
Eh, if you're interested in me, come out to my games, send them my schedules, let them know what I do, and then yeah, stuff like that. But
And I remember you were pretty successful. You had a lot of coaches that you had a good dialogue with, and you went through this process, and you were pretty meticulous, and you know, and you were pretty consistent throughout the season. And I say, wouldn't you say that you had a lot of success with coaches, opposed to not even just the year before, but even to your the teammates?
yeah, for sure. So what helped me a lot was I went to a really, really, really good ID camp at App
Hmm.
State the summer of my junior year, like towards the end, right before school started.
Right.
And that's when I realized, like, okay, I need to take this college thing into like seriously, because there was a lot of kids out there with like really good talent, and like I remember the coach was telling me there's like 3 spots left, so you got to like make sure you want it. And I was like, okay.
Right.
So, like, besides competition and all that, it's just making the coach know that you're interested and off the
Hmm.
field in being in talks with him, because you could be the best player, but if you don't let him know that you want the spot, and if you're not in contact with him about your grades and stuff like that, there's no point of just doing anything.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree 100%. What you know, kind of what role, what kind of supporting cast did did you have at home? Like what did that dynamic look like for
What
you?
do you mean? What do you mean at home?
Like
Like,
what parents, what kind of support, what kind of direction, what kind of guidance, or what kind of, what are some of the positives or even some of the challenges that you faced with parents? Because sometimes parents are overbearing, sometimes parents are not in and they let you just do your thing in terms of handling it. What did your situation look like for you?
um Um, it was more like that what you said. Like they just my parents let me do what I wanted to do. They knew that it was my future, and they don't really have like they obviously have a say in it. Like not to
Right,
take
yeah.
anything away from them, but like they knew that they couldn't be too controlling over where I'd go and which
Right.
college I could go to, because even then I can't even control that. I can't control
Right.
which college offer me, and where the coaches want me to go and stuff like that. So they just let me. They know I'm a responsible kid and like a smart kid, and they'll know I'll make the right decision. But they just wanted me to get to the next level and just get better every day. just knowing that I'll get to the next level and play soccer and get an education at the same time, that's all they want from me, and that's what I want for myself too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a positive situation for you because you got other parents, and if there's parents that are listening to this, there's a lot of parents that are controlling. Well, when you get to your junior and your senior year, you got to start to relinquish that control, and you have to, in a sense, do have the situation how you have it. Like you have to take control of your situation and be productive and proactive. Because if you're not,
Yeah,
you're gonna be left in the dust. And I've seen this with even with players where parents do so much, and then when they finally get off on their own, they don't really
exactly.
they don't even really know what to do whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, how prepared were you when you talked to coaches? So you came to this team. We gave you some tools, we gave you some direction. How do you feel? Do you feel like you were prepared to speak to coaches?
So
And
what
if so,
helped me a
why?
lot.
Hmm.
Okay. So the first meeting that we had at your house was one of the most helpful meetings because it was, like I said, it was the start of the year and I had just finished coming from the camp and I was like, okay, this is exactly what I needed to talk to coaches. You gave us the formats of the emails, instructions, like practices on how we could practice and stuff. And you
Hmm.
gave us just like overall feedback on like what how well we talked, how well our structured email was, and how we could
Hmm.
fix it and do better. Because I remember mine was too lengthy at the start, and I had everything in a chunky paragraph, and
Right.
it was just like, okay, you want me to read us like a book, or do you want me to look at your stats and stuff?
Right. That's a
So
great way. That's a great way to put it. I'm
so
gonna
I
start
was
saying
like,
that. Yeah.
okay, you're right. So I added like, dots, like the bullet points, and I started putting stuff in bullet points, organizing the important stuff first, and my grades at the bottom and stuff. And then my highlight video would be somewhere throughout there and like a hyperlink. And instead of just chunking everything together and just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
it's
And
not
did
as
you did
interesting.
you see a different response from coaches when you did that? Because I
Yeah,
mean,
it looks more professional. Like it looks like you know what you're doing. So obviously, when you send a chunky paragraph, the coach is like, "Okay, I'm not gonna read any of this. I'm just gonna I'm gonna
skip.
I'm gonna scan it. Yeah, I'm gonna scan it for like what I might think is cool, and if I don't think anything is cool, next one. But if you have like an
Right.
organized set thing that you use for emails, and like the coach can clearly see everything, he'll be like, okay, first let me check his grades. Okay, academics right here, boom. Skills and highlight video and stuff like that here. All right, cool. Let me check it out real quick. And then obviously like, oh, left footed, like your basic stats.
Yeah. And speaking of left-footed, just to pivot just slightly, um, one thing that was special about you is that you can play anywhere across the back line. You can play left back, center back, or right back. So talk to how beneficial you think that was in your process and you being able to be so versatile.
I think that was super beneficial because there's not a lot of players, not to be cocky or anything, but there's
No,
not a
no,
lot of
go for it.
players.
This is the time where you can put it out. This time where you can brag. Go for it.
There's not a lot of players out there that use both feet. And to this day I think my dad for hold on. I think my dad for forcing me because I did not want to, forcing me to use my left foot as a kid. And it just grew on me because it was it was really helpful now obviously
Right.
because since not everyone does it, like
You didn't
I
come
now
well, you didn't come off the field as well.
exactly,
Because
yeah,
when guys got hurt and you had to rearrange,
just move me around, yeah.
there you go.
But basically, just now that I do use both feet, when I see other people like cut back to the right foot because they're scared to use their left, I'm just like, what's the point? Like you're cutting yourself short. You're wasting time that you could be using, productively. So
Right.
me, I could effectively use both feet, and I don't have a problem at all. I actually prefer my left foot now over my right sometimes
Look at
for
you.
stuff like crossing and stuff. But I have
Hmm.
a better shot on my right. But it's just like everything, is different. But
you know how that works. Nobody else does. So that's
exactly, like in the game, people will be like, "Oh, he just uses his left foot. Oh, now he's using his right.
and
Oh,
they
he
get
just shot with
confused.
his left." And then they're like, "Is he right footed? Is he left?" Like they don't know what to force me on, and there's just nothing like there's
Yep.
nothing you can do.
You keep them off balance all day. Yep.
Yeah,
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So basically, what you're saying is young players need to utilize and force themselves to use both feet, train on both feet.
I think it's better if you force them as young players. So like as a child, when you're learning the game, like that's how I learned. As a child, I was a right-footed player, but my dad was left, and he wouldn't know. He would demonstrate with his left, and I do it with my right. He's like, no wait, and then he'd make me do it with my left. And be like, that's how you do it, and I do the same thing with my right, and he'd be like, okay. But as a young player, I could grow up and do that every day with both feet, and like you're not as a young player, you're just having fun with it. You're just doing it
Right.
because you do it. When the older you get, the more it's like your job, and like
Yep.
it's worse when you're force yourself because it's your job than because you're having fun. So the older
Hmm.
you get, the less you want to do it. But once you have it completed, you realize how effective it is in the game and how easy it is to play afterwards. It's a
Absolutely.
completely different game with your other foot.
Absolutely. I couldn't say that better myself. Absolutely. Love it, man. Uh, and then with that, I mean, obviously that's a challenge for players to utilize both feet. Now, talk about the challenges. Now, you had a lot of positives this season, but what were some of the challenges during the process? And then how did you follow up or how did you overcome them?
One of the biggest challenges I've ever had in my soccer career happened this year, and it was I sprained my ankle horrifically bad.
You kids with ankle injuries. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, but it was seriously like nothing. I broke my arm when I was a kid, but that had nothing to do with my feet. I was still playing soccer with the
Right.
cast on, like I didn't care. But my foot was injured this time. I couldn't walk, kick
Oh,
a ball, nothing. And I was just like, that's never happened to me.
yeah.
And like I missed the game so much. I remember like there was days when I was just thinking all day, looking at like motivational videos to like stop
Hmm.
myself from like trying to quit soccer or anything. And I was just like, maybe I could like work on basketball with my hands since I don't need my feet like that. But basically I just got through it by working out, keeping a good head, and just knowing that in the future I will get to play and I will get to keep my career going.
Yeah.
But that
Could
was
you
probably the
appre
most
Yeah. Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I was like that. The most challenging part was really the mental aspect of just not being like, oh dang, my career's over. Like I'm not coming back from this one because like it was a pretty bad ankle injury. Like my ankle looked like 4 times the size that it
When
is
was
normally.
that? When did that happen?
Like the very start of the season, it happened at the camp. Like at that ID camp I
Uh,
went to, it happened at the ID camp, and it like right when the season started, I had just come back from it. But
oh,
like
okay.
yeah, like I had so much time during that like before the start of the season and and the camp to
Mhm.
like even when it was like broken, like it was done. But like even when it was broken and stuff, right when it like barely healed, I was already moving. I was already getting like it like fluid motion and stuff like that. I was working on getting it back to normal from the start.
Dang. Okay, cool. Well, my thing is this. That's information, real talk. That's information I didn't even know. I mean, obviously, because we weren't full in season. Um,
Yeah.
a couple questions, few more questions. I'll let you go. But tell me about the team chemistry. Tell me something about the bonding about because there's a process that you guys went through to get on the showcase team. I mean, it's not just talent on the field, it's academics, drive, all that stuff. How did that play a factor?
Chemistry on the team was good because we all wanted the same thing. We all were good players, and we all just were striving to get to the next level. So it was real competitive, and I think that was the best part. The competition, like everybody was well linked together. Everyone was like good friends, but at the same time, we were all going for each other's heads because we all wanted the same thing. Like
Gotcha.
we
And
can't
guys
all.
were from, and then guys were from everywhere else as well. So everybody had to bond quick. There was a couple links here and there, the Cuban link, obviously, but then
Yeah.
guys are coming from different places. Um, Sorry to interject, but how fast did that bond and that link come, and then why, and how did that play a factor?
So it didn't come right away, but it came pretty fast. Like saying that we were all like from everywhere is like very true. Like when I first got onto the team, didn't know like probably like half the team at all. And
Mm.
then once we started linking up at practices and stuff like that, getting to know each other, passing around and stuff, it came pretty fast because, like I said, we're all good players and we all know each other. Like we all know we're good players and stuff. And it was like once it came, it kind of just happened. Like everybody clicked together. You know what I'm saying? But I remember it was like our first couple games. That's kind of where it really clicked in because we're like, okay, he does this. This is this. I knew everybody's like what's
Strengths
the
and
word?
weaknesses. Yeah, strengths and
Yeah,
weaknesses and
like
stuff.
yeah, like they're what they do like I know
Their
like
attributes, like
Ale
just
like Ale likes to dribble. Saba's like a sturdy defender.
hmm
Noah likes to go down the line and run, stuff like that. Like everyone's
right.
different attributes and like
Their tendencies. Yeah, yeah.
tendencies. That's what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that, and like especially off the field, like when we would hang out at, like hotels and stuff like that, hanging out really helped. Because I remember players like Hudson was
Yeah.
like kind of nervous at first, but then after after we all just got with him, and he came into the friend group, and we were all just like close,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
close,
Yeah.
and it helped.
And I was gonna say part of that, off the field, trying to doing those get-togethers, those meetings. That's part of that, being able to put that work in together, and then, you know, form those relationships for sure.
Yeah, but it helps. So it started off the field, but it helped a lot on the field because uh at first, like I said, he wasn't like the most talkative. You know what I'm saying? He was quiet.
Right.
But like once we got on the field, he was comfortable. You could see that like he wouldn't mind anymore, like passing it like to everybody and stuff like that. And he'd have a lot more trust in people, and like he'd
Yeah.
be like just himself. He would be himself and not try to like fit into what we were trying to do.
Right. Right. Right.
And
And
it's
it
not just
worked.
him; it's everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Absolutely. 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 Um, yeah, I think chemistry is a big part of this. I mean, talk about the college recruiting, how those bonds helped you guys off the field with college recruiting.
With college recruiting, actually, we did a lot because we talk about like which colleges we're in links with, and we could be like, oh, this coach, he told me he's looking for a center back. If you want to talk to him, or this coach is interested in me. He says he likes our team. Maybe you should hit him up too, which is
Mm,
actually what happened with me. I was like
yeah.
recommended a lot of universities through other players and through you instead of me myself going up to them from the start. But once it came to college recruiting, just being very vocal with your teammates and not making it too much of a competition, more of
Right.
like a team
I,
effort for everybody to get to the next level. And if you know that this coach is looking for a right back and you have a right back on your team that's looking for a team to play for, it there's no struggle in linking them up together. It's just like
right.
it's something you should do. It's not like any trouble or anything.
Right. That's the mindset. You help me, I help you. Let's help us. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And then two more questions, man. So, advice for your younger self, or even for a younger version, or a younger player that you may even know of.
Um, so I'm gonna take that as advice for myself because I personally did not do this at all. Like I said before, emailing coaches and getting to ID camps
Mm.
because my first ID camp, and it's only one of like three I did, was that the summer of my junior year, and I had no contacts with coach before that, no ID camps, no interest in college at all before that, or no shown interest in college before that.
Right,
I was
right. No
interested,
active, right. No
yeah,
active.
yeah, but emailing coaches and doing that, everyone would say, nah, like I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore, I shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. Like it just won't work. I'm like, if you are on them from freshman year or sophomore year and you are on the coach and showing him that you're interested and you're a really good player, there's no way that you won't get signed. If
Right.
you're consistently on them and you're good, there's no way you get signed. Like you won't get signed.
And
But
if
me,
you've been,
I waited I waited till this year to start doing this. And it worked for me, obviously.
yeah, yeah.
But if I would have started before, I would have a plethora of options to choose
Right.
from. Like it would have been amazing. But like I'm happy where I'm at. And
Yeah.
I'm really, really glad that I got into the position I got to with 1 year, because there's not a lot of people that are out there that could say, okay, I started my senior year and I had nothing at the start, and at the end I had a lot of options. There's not a
Yeah,
lot of people that could say that.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm
And
happy where I'm at.
so glad you came on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what we do. No, yep, and I think the whole idea is this: how many colleges can you play for? One.
One. Yeah.
So that's all you need to. That's all you need to focus on. Okay, so you're getting ready to go to West Florida. Um, excited for that next level. What do you look forward most to?
Probably just the competition. Like I'm not one to back down from any challenge, and I want to play for a competitive team and for a team that's out here that's going to win. And I believe that West Florida is a really solid team, solid facilities, solid
Great,
school overall.
great coach. Absolutely.
Yeah, all everything was good on that team. And I see myself playing there and competing every single day. Like if it like when I went, I saw the team play and I was like, okay, these are men. These aren't kids no more. I
Yeah,
could I could firmly assure you that those guys are older than me and know what they're doing. Like
yeah,
on when I'm playing in high school and stuff like that, and I'm playing on a team, I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is soccer, but I could tell those are like kids. Like they'll like have a lot of mess ups and stuff. These guys at the next level know what they're doing,
you're grown
and
men, man.
I can't wait to get out there and compete every day. I want to go out there and just get better. Like that's what I want. Like just I'm getting to the next level now, and I just want to keep pushing it and pushing it until I essentially get to my prime, and that's when
Yeah.
I'm just cooking everybody.
Hey. Well,
That's
I'll tell you. Well, one other thing, you'll be able to go. With the cool thing is this: you'll be able to go to West Florida, and you'll be being able to see at least one familiar face. You'll know at least one familiar face on that team. So
Mhm.
I don't know if you know, but a teammate that is on the showcase team has been made an offer and is waiting for just a few other things. But basically, it's a done deal. Did you know that? Did you know there's another player that's going with you?
I knew there's a play. I knew there's play. Yeah, but I don't know who,
Okay,
because there's
gotcha.
two. There's two in my head, but I
Yeah,
don't know who.
one is a guarantee right now. Like it's already signed, sealed, and delivered. But I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
I don't know
um,
yet because they sent me the list of players and I didn't see. That's where I was like, okay, I didn't see either of their names, so I was like, I don't know, but I have an idea of who it is.
they still waiting for his application to go through, but he's gonna get in. Basically, that's the only thing they're waiting on. But yeah, he'll be able to get. But other than that, that's exciting. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm excited for you, because that's one of the things to talk to your new coach about is that, he asked me, a lot of different questions. And I said, at the end of the day, the guy's going to come in, he's going to compete, and he is going to be somebody that you can rely on, that, he relishes in exactly what you said, come into work and compete. So you're going to have an amazing experience, man. It's been a pleasure for me coaching you, all the craziness that we went through in the year. That was fun with Disney and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learning about the Cuban link and the whole nine. Like, it's I'm really proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. Like, seriously, where you're at and where you're going, and I can only imagine where you're going to be as you get ready to go into this next realm. I'll say it like this: anything you need, you hit me up. I got you all day. I know we're going to be following you, and we'll make sure you get me your schedule, because I think that'll just be cool, because I know there's going to be a couple people that are going to be playing in your division, and we can rally and come and see you play. You're still in Florida, so we absolutely need to link up, and just ultimately, man, congratulations. Like, honestly, like, congratulations. You've earned it more than anybody. Like, you've earned it, and I'm proud of you, man. You proud of him? Say good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Thank
All
you.
right, man.
Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. I love the beanie too. The beanie's gangster, son. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
I
and
need
keep
it.
that.
I need it. I need it
I
right now.
know. I
Going through
know.
some
I
stuff.
know.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Hey, that's a whole lot better than what we saw.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got messed up. Woo! But that's all right.
Cheers,
Um, hey, B, man. Hey, I appreciate your time, man. Anything you need, hit me up. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to like celebrate and link up. When all this is down, like, I want to do something with the whole team. But we appreciate your time, man. You earned it, and keep rolling. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. We'll see you later. Have a good night.
You too.